Today's video is about coping skills. So one of my favorite things to do with coping skills whenever I have anything that's going on, whether it's anxiety, depression, or flashbacks, anything that's going on, I like to feel my senses, and that's like, could be a grounding skill, could be whatever you want to call it, but I like to use lotion. You can pick whatever lotion works for you if you have sensitive skin, whatever. I have really dry skin and I have sensitive skin, so I have to get stuff that works well for dry skin, that can hydrate me, but can also not irritate my skin. So it's hard to find, but I like to get stuff that also smells good. So in this point, I would be feeling what it feels like on my skin, what the smells smell like. Does my skin feel smooth? It's a really nice feeling. Another problem that I've been having lately is I pick my skin a lot. It used to be more on my legs, and even my chest area, and lately it's been more of a problem on my face. I'm sure you can see. I just like pick at my face and they turn into scabs. I even have like little ones like on my chest still, but nothing compared to my face. They start out as pimples and I pop them, and then I just keep scratching them. So for that, I have like fidgety things. I have like fidget spinners and fidget cubes. The fidget cube is really, really amazing because it has a lot of different things that you can do. This is like a light switch, has buttons. This side, I remember reading it, it says just breathe. It said like exactly what each side did, but I didn't read that. Like I like instantly just like, tore it off, and I was like, ah yes, my fidget cube. This is like a little ball that spins, and I really like that. That noise that you're hearing is like little gears turning. Little like Game Boy, like that little like piece in the Game Boy thing. I love this, and it's really, really helpful because it keeps your thoughts on track too. So I'm very, very sometimes like I'll be talking and I'm like, oh yeah, I know exactly what I'm gonna say, and then like I start talking and my thoughts are going from here to here to here to here to here, and I forget what I'm saying, and I'm just like, and I sound very incompetent, and like I'm just very like I just don't know what I'm saying. And so this is helpful. And I also have this, I think I forgot to mention that, just like a little spinner. It's very nice. Something else that I recommend is if you can get those rings that spin. I have a ring that has like little jewels on them, and it has, when I'm wearing the lotion, I can and am able to spin my ring. So it's very nice. So, second thing I suggest for coping skills is find a hobby. Find something that you enjoy doing. Lately, I've been trying to find new things that I love to do because I love to write and I love to draw, and I've been getting into drawing more and more lately, and I've been getting better at it because practice makes perfect. But I wanted to do something that I never really thought that I would like to do. I decided to take care of something on my own. Plants. And since these are desert plants, this is a cactus. I know it's bright pink, so you're like, that thing is big AF. It's actually not. This is a succulent. And because they're desert plants, they don't need to be watered very often. And I made my own little like water spout. This plant, however, needs to be watered every single day. And it already has blooms. That one, which hasn't been getting much sun. But this one has been getting a lot of sun. listening to nature is something that's really, really helpful. They talk about it a lot in grounding, just listening to what's surrounding you, what you see is surrounding you. I love clouds. Clouds have always grounded me and helped me. I happen to be an air sign, so I think that's something to do with that a lot. I love astrology. But clouds are just so amazing to me, and so when they're so beautiful and plump and just this beautiful way about them, they almost look like they're just painted in the sky. They look so, so beautiful. Animal therapy is great. I'm talking even like at home animal therapy, because whenever I'm anxious, my dog will run up to me and know that, like, when I'm sad, when I'm anxious, when I'm about to cry, when I'm about to have a full-blown panic attack, and my dog can calm me down sometimes from having those panic attacks. My dog can help me during the panic attack whenever it's already escalated to the point of no turning back. But if you don't have an animal at your house, maybe you can talk to your therapist about that. If you don't have a therapist, then going to a friend's house, figuring out options that work for you is the best thing to do in the situation. Animals are they're so amazing. Even a fish, like people say, like, oh, well, touching the animal for me is what really helps me. For me, the company of the animal, being able to talk to an animal and knowing that they're not going to spill my secrets. Just all sorts of different amazing things that animals can do for you. Knowing that they love you and that you are their one and only. Who doesn't like that, Zap Zap? He's so funny. Sitting outside just soaking up the sun and I'm not even sitting in the sun right now, honestly, so I mean, you don't even have to be, just like getting the fresh air, always drinking water. One of my dogs won't even come outside. He just likes to smell the fresh air, so really just smelling the air can really change your attitude. Thinking positively, speaking to a friend that you haven't spoken to in a long time, talking to your friends, even if it's just through Snapchat or Instagram or just texting. I really love Snapchat, and I really, really think it's one of the coolest apps out there because it really, really makes for good conversation, and I think I'll make a video about that too, but who knows. Essential oils are also really amazing as well. What's in my pockets? Nothing. If you guess nothing, you win. One thing that I really, really wanted to mention. Coping skills are not just for anxiety. Coping skills are not just for anxiety. And they're not just for depression either. So when you're depressed and you feel like you can't just cannot get out of bed, push yourself. When you are having a really bad ED day and you feel like you're just going to eat everything in sight, go outside and stay outside until it's lunchtime, and then eat a good portion lunch. And then go back outside, play with your dogs, do whatever it is that makes you feel good. If you have anger issues, get a punching bag. Maybe the punching bag doesn't work for you. Maybe it increases your anger and it makes it worse for you. Engage in an activity that doesn't make your anger worse. Maybe it's knitting. I don't know. But maybe it's playing with dogs. Maybe it's walking dogs. Maybe it's playing with children. Maybe it's whatever it is, art or music. Engage in those activities and do those activities. Distract yourself. You call it sublimating, call it distraction, call it whatever you want. But
it's helping you at the end of the day. And if you help the situation, or if the situation didn't get worse and it's maintained and stayed the same, then you did good. You used your skills. So, we rockin', we rollin'.
When you're using your coping skills, there's going to be bad coping skills and good coping skills. Sometimes you're going to want to wallow in your bed and you're going to want to just lay there and do nothing. Sometimes you're going to want to just eat and eat and eat. Sometimes you're going to want to isolate from people that you want to hang out with. And sometimes it's good to do those things, because if you haven't eaten in a long time, it's good to eat. And if you haven't don't forget to hydrate yourself. It's good to stay hydrated. And sometimes doing self-care things are really good coping mechanisms as well. Just doing whatever you can. And remember, it's going to be hard to have these coping skills come to you as instinct, but soon you'll be able to if you keep practicing and practicing them. But just keep practicing and just keep doing what you do. And also remember, I never went back to the thing about the wallowing and the negative coping skills. Do those coping skills every once in a while, because they do help you and they do make you feel good. Like that whole thing about listening to sad music whenever you're sad, it is proven that it does make you feel better, but only for a short period of time. If you're listening to the music for a short period of time, it's proven to make you feel better. But if you continue to listen to the sad music, you will just get worse. It's just like wallowing in bed. If you just lay in bed for a short period of time, allow yourself to feel validated in those feelings, then sure, of course, that's 100% okay. But if it turns into a year of you doing that, you're not going to get better. Take it from someone who's done that exact thing.
Boobly blue. Boobly blue. These rocks hurt. Leave me a comment down below of some of the coping skills that have helped you out in your life, or if any of the ones that I mentioned helped you. Just let me know, let me know, let me know!